I think most people are using Google's NotebookLM completely wrong. They're treating it like it's just another AI chatbot, but they are missing the entire point. Today, we're going to dive into how this tool is actually a complete research intelligence system, one that's designed to turn all that messy information you have into organized, really valuable assets. And really, this is the fundamental shift in thinking you've got to make. We're not just here to ask random questions. What we're doing is building a system, kind of like a second brain, that works exclusively with the information you give it. And that gives you an incredible edge in research and content creation, and even in business strategy.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll get into what makes NotebookLM so different from the ground up. Then we'll cover how you can build a really powerful knowledge base. After that, I'll show you a pro-level validation trick that most users totally skip. Then we'll turn that research into tangible assets. And finally, we'll explore how you can actually monetize this entire system.
So let's be real. The core problem we all face is just information overload, right? Standard AI tools, they pull from the entire internet, which sounds great in theory, but it often leads to inaccuracies and what we all call hallucinations. NotebookLM takes a completely different and, frankly, a much smarter approach. The secret sauce behind all this is a technology called RAG. Now, instead of just guessing or pulling from its huge, messy training data, NotebookLM retrieves information only from the documents that you upload. So think about it. It's not working with the whole internet. It's working with your internet. And this simple change forces it to be accurate and to actually cite its sources. And when you actually look at the numbers, the difference is just staggering. A standard chatbot, it might be able to handle maybe one book's worth of text. NotebookLM can handle the equivalent of 23 complete Harry Potter series per notebook. It's grounded, it's accurate because it shows its work, and it has a massive capacity. That right there is a game changer. Okay, so now that we get what makes it so different, let's talk about the how. A powerful system needs a powerful foundation, right? And the quality of what you get out of NotebookLM is directly tied to the quality of the sources you put in. So let's talk about building a world-class knowledge base. And look, the real power here comes from mixing and matching different formats. Don't just upload a bunch of PDFs. Try adding YouTube lectures for some really accessible explanations. Throw in some industry blog posts for current perspectives, and top it off with academic papers for that rigor. This way, you're creating a 360-degree view of your topic that you just can't get from a single file type. But get this, you don't even have to go find all these sources yourself. NotebookLM has this amazing feature called Deep Research. You just give it a topic, and it deploys an autonomous agent to find, evaluate, and import up to 50 high-quality sources for you. This can save you hours of manual work, and honestly, it often finds things you would have totally missed. It all boils down to a really simple idea. Don't just dump random files in there. Be strategic. Curate your sources. Think of yourself as a librarian for your own AI. A well-curated library is always going to lead to brilliant, reliable insights. All right, you ready for the pro move? This is the one step that I swear 99% of users just skip. You've built your knowledge base, but is it any good? Most people just trust the AI blindly, but professionals, they validate their sources before they build an entire project on top of them. So before you even think about asking your main research question, just take 5 minutes and run this quick audit. Ask NotebookLM to check the dates. Is your information current? Ask it to check the types. Are you relying on opinion or on hard data? And crucially, ask it to summarize the perspective of each key source. This just makes sure your foundation is solid, not skewed. Okay, so once you've got that solid, validated knowledge base, you are ready to create. And this is where we move from just asking questions to generating real, tangible assets. NotebookLM's Studio panel is designed to do exactly that. Seriously, with just a couple of clicks, all that dense research can become a podcast, a presentation, a professional infographic, or a detailed briefing document. Each of these outputs can be used to attract clients, share insights with your team, or even sell directly. It's basically a content creation engine. And this brings us to what I call the brains-to-hands workflow. This is such a powerful way to think about it. You use NotebookLM as the brains of the operation to do all the heavy lifting of research, synthesis, and outlining. Then you take that structured output and use a tool like Canva as the hands to handle the design and the final polish. It's an incredibly efficient system. All right, so you've created these incredible assets. Now let's talk about turning them into actual income. This is where we get to the really exciting part. Turning your knowledge system into a revenue stream. This isn't just a study tool, it's a business tool, if you know how to use it right. If you're a creator, there's this really straightforward framework called the Note Profit System. You find a niche that people will actually pay for, build a killer notebook around it, use that studio panel to transform the knowledge into sellable products like ebooks or courses, and then you just expand your reach. You don't have to be the world's leading expert, you just need to be an excellent curator. And if you're a consultant, oh man, this is even more powerful. You can supercharge the classic pyramid principle. Use NotebookLM to quickly analyze massive reports, develop your core message, structure all your arguments, pull the exact data you need to back them up, and then generate a first draft of the client presentation. It's a massive accelerator. I mean, just look at the difference. The old way was just a grind, right? It was slow, it was expensive, it was hard to maintain. The new way is fast, it's automated, and it lets you batch create an entire month's worth of multi-format content. We're talking videos, podcasts, articles, all in a single day. This is a fundamental shift in productivity. So, the big takeaway here is that we're really moving beyond just searching for facts. We're now in an era where we can build intelligent systems that work for us, that synthesize information and generate genuine insight on demand. The only question left is, what system will you build first?